Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Throwing on first down. Fields. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They're running it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields, and he connects with Ebron. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 22. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet, but not a whole lot of space down at the 30. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
First carry for James Conner. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player? Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Let's go. Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the screen.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. 198.
31. Let's go, D.
Back to throw, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. This is caught inside the 15. A big-time play there for the Texans. 52 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
This is it. Great team.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Set. Great team.
I got you. I got you. Do.
On 3rd down, Dobbins. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT.
There he goes, left side. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 78 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, Dobbins. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On second and 11 now. Watson going to throw right side here, complete. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. 24. Mike 50, Mike 50. Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. Drop deep, drop deep.
To throw is Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First down, Houston.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, let's go. Hey, check 24, check 24. 26. Watch 98, 98 to Mike. Get him.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 22.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Let's go, baby. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here.
Under 10, 10. Take it.
They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Texans, first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check to the left.
He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 12-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, Dobbins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
Watch the slant. Motion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Hey, 24.
Here we go on 4th. Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have once again taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Please. Spons. No. SOS. Let's go. Get set.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. Check, 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 check. 25, check 25.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Check 50, check 50.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Slam, slam. Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. He's cracking. He's checking crack.
Looking to throw. Fields. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
That's it, baby.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
198. Watch 98. 98. 59. 198. Watch 98. 98's the mic. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd and 9. Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Jordan. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jordan. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Escape situation. Let's go. Check 37. Check 37. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. 9.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On third down, Dobbins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check safety. Watch the shit.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Shut! Go to base. No take. He's coming. We got time. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Open man. Completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a 5-yard pickup, but spotted a few chain links short of the first, so a little bit of decision time here coming up on 4th down. On 4th down, Fields. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Texans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
You got tight right there. Keep it forward. Kill. Keep it forward. And let's go.
Here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Yeah, we'll see what his offense can do. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
And that's complete to Cooks. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play, because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Tighten up. 3-4.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front. The 21st pick back in the 2016 draft, Will Fuller, and we know that he can take the top off of a defense.
He certainly can, and the way that he does it is just straight, pure speed. And I talked with one of the better defensive coordinators in the league, and I said, how do you defend that? He said, at times, you absolutely don't. If the quarterback gets time and he heaves it downfield, Will Fuller's going to outrun any coverage you put out there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. I don't care if you're taking it in round 1, you're undrafted, whatever. As a rookie quarterback in this league, you're going to have games where you face adversity like this.
Lessons. All the time you're going to face these lessons. The key for this guy is, will he be able to bounce back in the next one? Because right now, this has not been his game.
Joker, 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 Joker. Switch. Kill.
Back to throw. Fields. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Got to be careful here. Backed up this deep on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
On 4th down, Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down now, Dobbins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making...
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Looking to throw. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Watch the safety creep. Check it. Shift. Yeah.
From the gun, Fields. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Operating from the gun, Fields. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his second incompletion, and we're in the fourth quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Escaping the pressure right, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th.
I'm coming after you.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for Houston, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.